This setup here is to demonstrate our new one-boat network system, and it helps to explain the connectivity that happens between the trolling motor, the Humminbird fish finder, the one-boat network app, and some of our other accessories. And in this case, we're demonstrating a Minn Kota Talon. All of this has been networked together, so we can demonstrate that for you here today. So starting here, this is the new Minn Kota Instinct Quest. It's our riptide, our saltwater, specifically designed for saltwater trolling motor. Comes in white or black, 60-inch shaft length, 72, 87, or 100. But we'll demonstrate the deploying of the motor here. So we can go ahead and deploy the motor. I can do that either from the remote that's included with the trolling motor. I could have done that from the fish finder. I could have done that from the One-Boat Network app. So now that we've deployed the motor, I can still come to my fish finder and I can steer the motor. I can steer the motor, I can speed up, down, I can trim. Let's say I'm done now, I want to stow the motor. So now the motor will stow. I'm doing that all from the fish finder now. So that's just part of the connectivity that can happen between Minn Kota and Humminbird. Next we have the One-Boat Network app, and we've done this on an iPad, so it's a little easier to see. But for the sake of demonstrating, we'll just do what we just did. We'll stow and deploy the motor. So I'm going to go ahead and deploy that from the app. And then once the motor is actually deployed, here we can go into the app and I can steer the motor from here. I can speed up the prop up or down. You'll notice here we've got a cool little heading indicator that'll show which direction the motor is pointing at all times. It gives me a north reference here relative to the boat. It shows me my prop speed, my speed over ground, and I've got all the navigation features built right in that is also accessible either from the fish finder or from the remote as well. So you can do this from anywhere. Now here's another thing. Let's say I've gotten to my spot and I want to deploy my Minn Kota Talon shallow water anchor. I can just push this button right here and hit deploy. I got a double tap, I always forget. Double tap, and now I've anchored from my One-Boat Network app. I could also do that from my remote, from my Instinct. So the point is that the One-Boat Network system gives you connectivity with all Minn Kota Humminbird products to make your time on the water the most effective and efficient experience possible.
You know, and just give the people at home a little background on just the level of engineering that goes into this stuff. I mean, this takes longer than people think, I assume.
It does. This is years and years of innovation with a litany of engineers and people way smarter than me that have come up with these ideas to make these things a reality. We've been working on brushless technology for probably 15 years. And so when people came out with brushless a few years ago, yeah, we'd been working on it already, but we weren't going to do it until it was ready. Yeah. And we don't do anything until we're ready and we know that it's going to make a difference for our consumer. Our consumer is our bread and butter, and we want their experience on the water to be the best possible. So once we have innovation like this and we know it's going to make a difference for them, that's when we come to it, but sometimes that'll take 3-4 years to make it happen.
Well, we appreciate the walkthrough today, Greg.
Yes,
Thank you very much.
absolutely.